Hi, Sunfire Fire here. So, I just wanted to come on and say that Avatar Aang and Avatar Korra are two different avatars. It grinds my gear. It doesn't get me so mad, but it grinds my gears when I hear people say Aang is such a better avatar than Korra. I'm just like, but they're two different avatars. Apples and oranges, planes and pizza. You're comparing them, and apple is not an orange. They're fruit. Planes and pizza. They're not even. They're not even. One's not a food, and the other is a food. It's just like, honey, it's like those are the people who just want Korra to be Aang when Korra is not Aang. I think I think when we heard about an Avatar sequel, we were thinking that, oh, it's just going to be the extended version of Aang after the war happened, but it was it was Korra. So and yeah, that's some guy, and it's just like I haven't. I know Korra came out on Netflix a few months ago, but I haven't watched Korra yet in a long. I've only watched Korra once, but it made a big impression on me because only once when it came out, but it made a big impression on me. And and I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender like eight something times or something. I mean, I can have the same conversation that they're having in Avatar: Last Airbender because I know almost every line. That's and that was just on Nickelodeon. That was before and Nicktoons. That was before they got on Netflix. And yeah, I know I don't have the DVD either. So or I and I've never read the comics, which is terrible. I should read the comics. Um so the first how we the audience was introduced to Korra. Um, you know how I said Korra had a really big impact on me the first time, even the first time I saw her. In the first episode, she comes out, she bursts through with earth, she bursts through the wall with earth bending. She says, "I'm the Avatar, and you got to deal with it," or some variation of that. And so fire bending, water bending, earth bending, doing all that, and it's just like so. And then we go to the other scene where she's fire bending, and she looks like she has a bunch of strength, but then someone says, "Well, she's not really using the spiritual side of it, or she's not, or like, or you know how when." The Last Airbender, I was like, firebending come from the breath, not the muscle. Um, she wants power, and she's happy that she wants power, and she's happy that she has power. um she's happy that she's the Avatar. She can do like literally everything. Um and Aang and Korra are basically are the complete opposites, because Aang had the most trouble with earthbending. And it reminds me of a scene where Tava's like, "You gotta take earthbending on head on." And when I'm saying head on, I mean like this. And Toph just jumps into the rock with her head, and he's like, "What?" and and Korra, she has trouble with air. So Earth is one of the most, like Toph said, head on thing, urban. And it's very different. It's very different from air, because you're grounded with air. And with air, you're grounded instead of with air. You're flying. You're in the air, you're free basically. And so that's why Zahir could fly, because he wasn't grounded, and he wasn't grounded to the physical world anymore. That's why every airbender is it has can every air nomad is an airbender. And I've heard some things from the comic. So those are some things from the comic, because I know that Avatar Kyoshi's mom left the air nomad, and she lost her ability to airbend. So I know that stuff from the comics. So that's why it was so hard for Korra to do the air, because she had to be free. She had to be as light as a feather, and she didn't know how to do that because fire, earth, water are all earthly things, and it's just like, but air is all around you. You can be up in the clouds, you can be down on the ground. It's still air is still going to follow you wherever you go. And that's why she had so much trouble with air. And I feel like, and that's the same thing with the Kuvira. She wanted power as well. She tried to unite all of the Earth Kingdom nation, but she just wanted to be a tyrant. And that's the same thing with Amon. I remember when Amon's dad Noatak was teaching him and Tarlik how to bloodbend, and he said, and Noatak said, well, what about the Avatar? They're the most powerful bender in the world, or some variation of that. And so then it clicked to me. It's like, oh, he wants just as much power as the Avatar, because he's taking out all these benders. Because you're just like, why is he taking out all these benders? Because once we find out that, once Tarlok says, oh yeah, I know that's my brother right there. So then we all know, oh, the firebending took out all his parents and scarred his face. That was a bunch of BS right there. And so we know that. So we know that Tarlok, that Noatak wants power, and he wants to get rid of all the benders in the world, and then he'll be the only bender in the world. So he will have all the power. And it's just like, wow, that's crazy. And also a thing that I remember was like when the triple threat triad, when the boss of the triple threat triad, when they were at the rally and he wanted to make an example out of him, and he took his bending away. The first thing that the guy said after his firebending was gone was, "What did you do to me?" And that's exactly what Ozai said. They said it in the same way, basically. What did you do to me? And so it's basically like, that was Aang showing, when Aang took away Ozai's power, that firebending, that was Aang showing how spirituality as well as physical strength can help you, and that's what can make you powerful. And that's what Amon was doing, but it was just in an evil way, and that he was taking the bending away. And it's just like, and I love to see the parallels between, I love seeing the parallels when I first saw it. I loved seeing the parallels between stuff, because I'm just a person who loves to compare and contrast. And oddly enough, my next class I'm taking is a comparative history class, so I'm just really good at that. So hopefully, but this is a graduate class, so we don't know. So I just want to say that Korra is not the same as Aang, and no one should say that. Because I know you're kind of just like, you're kind of salty because you just wanted to see more of Aang, but again, that's like also comparing Tenzin to Aang. Well, Tenzin is Aang's son. Shouldn't he do? It's like, no, Tenzin is more of a harsh character. I mean, not harsh, but he's more of a serious character than Aang was. So we can't compare them. We can't compare them. It's just. I mean, you can technically compare them if you want. I mean, it's physically possible to compare them, but it's like, but in reality, they're two different people. The other avatars were two different people. I mean, were different than Aang, obviously, because why would Aang go to in the last episode? Why would he go to like several different avatars and ask, should I kill this person? And they were all just like, yeah, you need to kill him. And he still was like, you know what, I don't want to kill him, but I don't want to kill him because he's a different avatar. And it's just like, and I don't know if I don't think Korra would kill, but I'm pretty sure if she was in, she was one of the things, she was one of the avatars that Aang had to consult. She would probably tell him, you know what, I think you have to kill him. So I feel like Korra would also be a person who would have to kill, who doesn't want to kill but would have to kill. No, she would have to kill to create balance. So that's what I wanted to say. Stop saying Korra Aang. Stop saying Korra is less than Aang, because she's not. So I haven't been, and so another thing, I haven't been around because I'm working full time at the, and it's hard taking care of babies. It's hard taking care of babies. And also, like, I'm in graduate school, so I'm almost finished with one class. There are 10 weeks in one semester, and I'm almost finished with my second class. So that's fun. It's week 10, so that's fun. And like I said, my next class is going to be comparative class. This class that I'm finishing, it was a methods class. I hate methods. Well, I mean, this class was actually pretty good. I liked it. It was very informative, but I'm so happy to be over with it. It's just like, when I heard it was a methods class, when I first started it psyched me out, because my brain automatically went to I can never say that word, statistics and quantitative data, and I'm just like, when I'm just not good at that. Like, when I was in Vienna doing international relations, I had to do a methods class. When I was at UMass Boston doing my bachelor's, I had to take a statistics class, a math statistics class, which was also a requirement for my criminal justice class, and a social statistics class, which was a requirement for criminal justice again. So 2 statistics classes. Why? And But this class was very informative, and I am very grateful that I took this class. But I'm happy that I'm leaving this class. So that means I have to take 9 more classes. So I'm probably gonna graduate. Hopefully, I'm probably going to graduate in the I'm probably going to graduate in like 2022, like mid 2022. And that's the good thing about SNHU. They already, a lot of people already take online classes, so like they weren't really affected by the pandemic. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So I have 9 classes left after this one. And yeah, it's getting I feel like more and more of this they're putting more and more on each class, more and more work each class I'm in. So yeah, it's just gonna get worse from here. Yeah. So, well, I shouldn't say that because then I'll psych myself out. But I do that anyway, so I'm my own worst enemy. It's sad, but it's true. So yeah, that's all that I have to say. Again, do not compare. Do not say Aang is better than Korra, because you just want to see Aang again, and we're not. And Aang's dead. Aang's dead. I know that's harsh, but Aang's dead. We have to accept that. Bye.